Okay, hopefully I'm recording. I think I am. All right, so I'm going to do a screen share with you guys relative to Teamzy. This was shared to me by my success partner, and she's kind of sort of using it and kind of sort of using Stream. I dove into Teamzy full in. The reason why she's not using it is she couldn't get an upload of all of her contacts in there, so she was one by one adding people, which was insane when you have 2,000 Facebook friends to add. So that's kind of why she's not doing it right now. But what I was able to do was to take a download from Facebook of all of my contacts and upload it into Teamzy. I then took a download from the COO of all of my customers and all my coaches and uploaded that into Teamzy as well. So when you do that upload, and if you need help doing that, I'm more than happy to show you how to do that, okay? Your contacts all get uploaded into your team tab. So if you look over here on this team tab. Oh, wait, before we start that. Teamzy walks you through an entire setup process of what you're looking to accomplish with your business, okay? So for me, as I was telling them what I wanted to do with my business, I said I wanted a $100,000 a year income goal. And based on that income goal of 100,000, it tells me that I need to touch a certain amount of people every day in order to accomplish that goal, okay? It also asks you about your why. So whenever I get down and out about my business, I just scroll down here and I can literally see my why right here every day as I build my business. Okay, so it's an entire setup process, and really when you go to upload your Facebook list or your COO into here, it's a step-by-step process, and there's video tutorials. It's really dummy-proof, okay? So anyway, so let me just kind of take you through Teamzy really quickly. It's contact management software. So for all of you guys who are using all of those lists and all of those sheets, it's absolutely insane, right? So I was working off of 30 different sheets. I didn't know who to follow up with. I didn't know who to talk to. I couldn't rely on Facebook Messenger for me to kind of scroll through. Wasn't working. Okay. So I uploaded everybody from Facebook and everybody from my COO. Now, there's duplicates in there because, by way of example, Nancy Wilson is a friend of mine on Facebook, and she's also in my COO. So I have duplicates. I had to delete one. I also deleted all coaches who were not in my downline. So Shane, Tammy, Patty, no offense, you guys aren't in Teamzy. I have no reason to touch you. I have no reason to reach out to you. So therefore, you're not in Teamzy. So this is all customers, prospects, and my downline for my coaches, right? My entire organization. So basically, this is my dashboard here for Teamzy. Now, based on my income goals of $100,000 a year, and obviously, once I hit that this year, it's going to change. So these numbers may or may not change based on those goals. It tells me that I need to, right here, daily activities, today's activities, I need to touch 7 people. Now, whether that's an invite or a form, that's totally up to me, but I have 7 connects that I have to make. I have to reach out to 4 customers. I need to connect with 3 coaches, and I need 1 ad per day. Now, that just means an ad of a contact into Teamzy. So I've already done my upload right from Facebook and from the COO. So if I get a new customer in the COO, or if I get an accepted new friend request, I go ahead and I literally add them to here. So behind my, right over here, you'll see add contact. So if I have a new contact, I'm going to click on add contact. They're going to be a prospect, a customer, or a coach, and I'm going to put in the information and I'm going to add them. Okay, so really easy to manually input people as you go along after you've already done your upload. So it's not like you're constantly uploading, because then you'll constantly have duplicates. So based on these goals, these are my goals for the day. This, and as you enter, right, so when you upload, and I know I'm kind of going back and forth, so I'm happy to talk to you guys specifically about this. I just wanted to give you a quick overview of Teamzy. When you upload everybody into Teamzy, this is kind of where they show up. Okay, they all show up here. So team members, this is everybody. I can highlight that just by prospects, by customers, or by coaches as well. Okay, so I can do it anyway here. Okay, but what you need to do for Teamzy is to rank people. So I'm going to turn on my rank mode. What that does is that allows me to rank everybody on a scale of 1 to 5. 1 means I'm never going to reach out to this person. Okay, so like by way of example, my husband, who's a coach in my downline, while he's in Teamzy, he's noted as a 1. I don't need to know any kind of conversations that I have with him relative to the business. So he's never going to come up on my follow-up list. 2 is 90 days. This is 60 days. This is 30 days, and this is like every 30 days that you're following up with people. So that's kind of what those rankings mean, right? So you need to go through and you need to rank everybody. There's a lot of people from Facebook who came into Teamzy who I have no idea who they are, so I didn't know how to rank them, so I left them at 3s. And I was like, you know what, as I reach out to them and as they come up on my list and as I reach out to them, I'll change the ranking based on that, okay? So I didn't kill myself going through this, okay? Back to my dashboard. Back to my dashboard, and again, this is what I need to do today to build my business. So it's telling me these are the people that I need to reach out to. So who's up next? Nicole Pensiero, okay? Now, I can click on her, and I can see that I've had no activity. If I've had activity, it would show up over here on the right-hand side of my screen, okay? Now, and unfortunately, there's no interface between Teamzy and Facebook, so I can't click here and go directly to Nicole's page on Facebook. So I need to toggle over to here. I need to put in Nicole's name. Right, here she is. And basically, from there, I can message her. So I can send my message. And my message is going to be basically based on where I am in conversation with her. So if I want to invite her, or if I want to form with her a little bit more, whatever it is. Okay, so let's just pretend I send her a message. Okay. Let's say I invited her to my upcoming challenge group, okay, which starts at the end of the month. So I'm going to say that I connected with her, okay? I'm going to scroll down just a smidgen here. So, select type. I sent her a Facebook message. Now, I'm going to hover over this. So you can send a text. You can Instagram direct message or comment or whatever it is, email, phone call, in person, whatever it is. Unfortunately, there's no LinkedIn. I've asked Teamzy to create a LinkedIn message for me here because that's where I'm doing a lot of stuff. But for me, I'm just putting that under email. So for Nicole, I sent her a Facebook message. Did I invite her? Yes, I did. I invited her. Select my type here on what kind of invite. I invited her to a challenge group. And right in here, I'm going to put in whatever. I can copy and paste from Facebook and paste it into here my exact message, okay? My follow-up is set to default. So remember, so Nicole's ranked at number 3. That means that her default follow-up is going to be 90 days. I don't want to give her 90 days to get back in touch with me, okay, or for me to follow up with her. So I'm going to click here, and I'm going to say I'm going to follow up with her in 1 week, okay? So that's how I'm setting it, right? So I can follow up 2 days, 4 days, 1 week, whatever it is, 1 month, or I can go with the default settings based on her rank, okay? And it's easy enough for me here to change her rank too. If I want to just change it to a 2 month, I can change her rank, and then she'll default to that, okay? I'm going to hit complete. Teamzy saved that. She's off of my list. I'm going to move on to Stacy Deering now, okay? And I'm going to either send her a friend I'm going to either follow up with her, I'm going to form with her, or I'm going to send her an invite, okay? Now, I noted that I sent Nicole a challenge group invitation. If I go to business, which is my business, okay, I'm just going to scroll down here, okay? Now, we always talk about tracking our businesses. Here is my activity. So for today, March 4th, I connected with Nicole Pensiero via Facebook. I invited her to a challenge group, and this was my message. Okay, so if I scroll down a little bit, you can see what happened yesterday for me. Okay, so I connected with Meg. That was not an invite to a challenge group, so therefore there's nothing noted here. It's just a follow-up, but there's a copy of my message. Okay, with Andrea, I sent her a business opportunity invite, and here's my message. Okay. So that's an easy way for me to see exactly what's going on with my business on a day-to-day basis, right? So those are all my touches. Those are all my challenge group invites. And then here you can see where I added people to Teamzy. Okay? Now, as I go through my day, I'm going to go back to my dashboard real quick. So you'll see I connected with Nicole. It checked off one of my connects. I only had 6 connects left to do. Technically, in order to hit my business goals, right? And so what they're doing is they're taking a look at everybody's Beachbody businesses, and they say, okay, based on your goals and based on where you are now, this is what you need to do in order to accomplish that. Obviously, it's much easier for me to send out more than 7, whether it's a friend, I keep on saying friend request, but I don't mean that because those are ads, a form, a follow-up, or an invite. Okay, so we're probably doing more than 7. I think yesterday in my thing, I think mine showed up with like 11. Okay, but basically I'm going to go through there. I'm going to go through who's up next, and I'm going to follow up with all of those people, right? You'll see I'm on my prospects tab. So I'm going to go through my 7 minimum that I have for the day. Then I'm going to go over to my customers. These are my customers that I need to follow up with and talk to. I'm going to go over to my coaches. These are the coaches that I need to reach out to. Now, again, because I did include my downline in here, I may or may not reach out to those coaches. I may or may not reach out to my downline, deep down into my downline. Depends on the relationship. It depends on a whole bunch of different things, okay? And then follow-ups. These are ones that I've missed for whatever reason, okay? So you'll see that these dates have passed, and these are the things that I need to get done. Okay. It tracks what I'm doing on a daily basis, right? You'll see that I tend not to really use Teamzy on Saturdays and Sundays, although you can do this from your phone. Okay. It's not an app. You you bookmark the page and you can save it to your home screen on your phone. And the application, it looks exactly like this. Okay, so you can copy it and paste it. The other thing that I want to show you is on the Promote tab. So if I go over to Promote, Teamzy shares a lot of invites, connects, messages, dialogues that you're having with people. So you can choose a lot of Teamzy templates that they have. So by way of example, I'm on Teamzy right now, right over here, and I can go to the invites. And so these are some that were shared by Teamzy with the whole Teamzy community relative to the invites. I can go to my templates, and these are the templates that I've saved for this. So those are my invites. Okay, so I can just click on that. I can copy it, and then I can paste it on over into Facebook, right? So let's just say this is the invite that I wanted to send to Nicole. I could just simply copy that, go over to Nicole, paste it into Nicole's message, and then paste it into the contact area for Nicole, okay? Now, let's just say I wanted to send an email to somebody, okay? So you know how we were doing the those cold invites, right? Based on that Northeast Power Hour, we had, you send out that invite. Great, let me send you all the information in an email, okay? So you have your templates here, and I can just click on here, 21-day fixed challenge group details, right? Because those were the ones from last month, okay? So here's that big, long email. Obviously, I changed it to me, but I'm going to click on prepare to send. So let's just say Nicole said to me, great, go ahead, send me the information. She's going to give me her email address, and I'm going to be able to type in her email address in here, so whatever it is, okay? I'm going to go through here. I'm going to personalize this if I need to whatever it is, whatever I want to say to her, right? So it's exactly that email that we were shared in that Northeast Power Hour, obviously with my signature at the bottom, and then I'm just going to go ahead and click send, okay? Now, what had been happening in the past is as I sent that email to Nicole, if I went to Nicole's contact page, it would show up in her activity feed, right? So here's Nicole, okay? And over here on the right-hand side of the page is the activity feed, okay? So you'll see earlier today, right, I sent her that blah, blah, blah message, even though I technically didn't send it, but for our example, I did. It's showing up right here in my feed. Okay, so I don't have to go to Facebook, and I don't have to look to see exactly where I was with that particular message. It's right here. But if I had sent that email to Nicole, that email message would show up here as well. So I would know that I sent her an email as well. So that's not going to be reflected in my Facebook message that I actually sent her that email. It is going to reflect here on my activity feed. However, I think that there's some conductivity issues right now in the email interface on Teamzy, so I've sent them a note saying, hey, listen, my emails that I'm sending aren't showing up on my activity feed, but normally they do, so there's a little bit of a glitch right now. And I think that's kind of it. So there's a ton of different things that you can do with Teamzy. You can add people to groups, and then you can go to your groups and see the people that are in your groups if you want to do that. So these are some of the groups that I was running on Facebook, and I added them here. I haven't quite figured out why I really want that yet. So I haven't really been working on that part there, but you can do it. You can add new groups easily. Okay, so for me, Teamzy has made it extremely easy for me to bang out my power hour, and I don't have to remember exactly who I need to follow up with every day, all the time. Okay, so relative to my follow-ups, these are all the people that I've said that I need to follow up with, right? These are the people that have gone in the past and I haven't touched base with yet. So this is just, for me, it just makes it easier to remember who I need to talk to. So let's go back to Nicole really quickly, okay? And we'll just keep on using her as an example, poor woman. Right? So for Nicole, I have my follow-up date set for March 11th. Okay, so what that means on March 11th, when I log into Teamzy, Nicole is going to come up at the top of my dashboard to say that I need to reach out to her. So I don't need to write it down on any piece of paper that I need to follow up with Nicole. She's going to automatically come up on my dashboard that that's who I need to follow up with today. Makes it a lot easier for me to just kind of track everybody and know where everybody is, rather than, again, having to go through all those pieces of paper. Since I've started using Teamzy, I haven't needed to look in my binder. So I've had this binder on my desk that have all the different months and all these different sheets, and I was trying to put people's names in different months tabs so I would remember to follow up with Nicole in 3 months. So I'm going to follow up with her in May. If she said no to me, I'm going to follow up with her in May. I'm going to re-invite her. I don't have to do that. I don't have to try and remember, did I write them down? Did I not? I don't have to remember any of that because Teamzy does it for me. Okay. What else in here? I think that's pretty much it. I mean, it's pretty simple. It's pretty basic. It's not ridiculously complicated once you learn to kind of maneuver around the page. The hardest part, I think, is the biggest pain in the ass is ranking everybody and deleting your duplicates. So like I said, Nancy is both on Facebook and COO, so I had to delete one. I think that's the biggest pain in the ass. But and I didn't go through everybody with a fine-tooth comb. Like, I don't really know how I know Nicole, so I wasn't going to spend the time to look to see, you know, should I rank her as a 4, or should she be a 1, or should she be a 2? If I didn't know who she was, I left her as a 3, and as she comes up, I'll change her ranking as I need to. That's a huge pain in the ass, is deleting them and making sure that your 5s, your 10 in plays, your 20 in plays are ranked as 5s. Right? And the people that, you know, probably aren't, anything's going to happen with them, so you're going to follow up with them in 90 days, that you're ranking them as a 2. The other thing that is a little bit tricky is uploading your Facebook friends list into Teamzy. But again, as you go through your full setup, there's a tutorial video. So every step of your setup of Teamzy includes that tutorial video. So it's just a matter of sometimes playing with it and finagling with it. And I guess the last thing that I need to note, Teamzy, while you have your 30-day trial, Teamzy costs me $30 a month because I'm doing it month to month. Okay, I think it's cheaper if you sign up for the full year, but I am paying Teamzy $30 a month. So for me, well worth it to keep it organized. It's one extra HD order a month. I'm fine with that. So it depends on where you want to allocate your dollars. And of course, I'm not necessarily going to recommend this to my team because I don't want them spending the extra $30 a month. But I think once your business gets to the point where, you know what, you're talking to a lot of people, you're inviting a lot of people, and you want big things to happen with your business, you have to be organized and you have to know what you're doing. So I think $30 is a good investment in your business. Again, you know, fully write, you know, you can write that off. It is a business expense. But for me, it was well worth it. But for your 30 days, go ahead, play with it for your 30 days for free, and definitely see what you can do with it. Like I said, the biggest pain in the ass is uploading from Facebook and ranking everybody. And that's going to take up a good chunk of your time, depending on the size of your Facebook list. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stop my share. And I hope you guys found that helpful. And certainly if you have any questions or if you need more information, let me know. As I mentioned, Kim Phillips was like, oh my God, I'm all about that. So Kim Phillips is actually going to come to my house on Wednesday, the 9th at about 10:30 in the morning. So I'm going to open up the invitation to all of you guys. If any of you want to come to my house Wednesday the 9th at about 10:30 in the morning, I'm happy to go through this in greater detail, help you guys upload your list if you want to get your trials going. I'm more than happy to help you guys do all that. So just feel free to reach out. And like I said, I hope you guys all found this helpful, and I'll talk to y'all soon.